People ask me all the time, what's my favorite thing about Poland? My answer isn't pierogi, it isn't Krakow, it isn't the beautiful castles. Honestly, it's the people. I lived in Poland now for 5 years, and I've had thousands of conversations with local people, friends, and with many of you in the comments. And these conversations really changed how I see Poland. It changed the way I see Polish people. These are the 10 things I genuinely come to love about Polish people. And so, let's get into this.
Number 1.
If you genuinely want to learn, Polish people will teach you. One of the first things I noticed when I moved here, if Polish people see that you're genuinely trying to understand this country, they're gonna meet you halfway. In fact, they'll actually meet you more than halfway. I've had people recommend movies, books, historical documentaries, conspiracy theories, all things about Poland. Oh, you're interested in this? Let me show you something that's important to us.
I'll show you.
I've learned more about Poland from Polish people than anything I could read from online sources. But eventually, these conversations led to something I wasn't expecting.
Number 2.
Being corrected doesn't feel like rejection anymore. And to be honest, at first, I kind of took it personally. I thought, great, I did something wrong. Again. But then I actually started paying attention when people started correcting me. For example, just recently I was talking about the wedding ring being on the right hand, and one of you legends corrected me in the comments. I was kind of taken back by this because when I looked it up, I was reading articles that were saying this is why Polish people were wearing the wedding ring on the right hand. But lo and behold, that wasn't true. Instead of this person talking down to me, they came to me respectfully and said, no, you're
wrong.
And when I found out that what I said in the video was inaccurate, I was really appreciative by that. And in fact, they wrote back saying it's nice to see that someone like myself is open for corrections. I'm a student of Poland. I will never say that I know more than Polish people. That would be really stupid on my end.
That's smart.
So when I read your comments, I love it. Because when I think something is accurate and then some of you push back, I realize it's not to start an argument. You're just trying to help me to understand something correctly. Because once I stopped seeing corrections as criticism, I realized it was connected to something much bigger.
Number 3.
Polish people care about getting the whole story right. I could be wrong in this. I don't know. I'm not Polish. But there is this deep yearning for people to explain your country properly. For example, if you leave out context, I don't look at people nitpicking at me because you want to make sure that everything is contextualized. I too would find that very important if someone was going to speak about America, because it's not about punching down. It's about, if you're going to talk about my country, let's make sure everyone understands the full picture.
This is one of those times when you need to be very clear about what you say.
Many of you in the comments helped me understand fully more about Poland. And without you guys, and obviously without my wife, I would be kind of that ignorant American who had no idea about this country. And unfortunately, many Americans don't know that much about Poland.
I have no clue, bro.
And with myself trying to explain my experience, thousands of you helped me to really understand how amazing this country is, both its perfection and its imperfection. You have such a deep passion and love for your country. And because of that, the more I learn, the more people wanted to share with me.
Number 4.
The more curiosity you show, the more Polish people will share with you. I'm sure many of you know that I love learning about your country. I love anthropology. I'm not an anthropologist, clearly, but I do love learning about people. I'm fascinated by culture. I'm fascinated by people. And when I share with people that I'm genuinely curious about your country, people have literally opened up their homes to me.
Join us.
There's this woman named Miss Anna. She is a fantastic woman. She invited us over to her flat, my wife and I. Not really invited, she kind of like, I'm telling you, you're gonna come walk me back to my flat. She literally shared her entire life story with my wife and with me, showing pictures of when she was a child, her family, where she grew up. Some of it was very tragic. Some of it was like, damn. But it's something I would never forget. It was profound. Even in the comments, many of you share your own personal traditions, your own stories. And I love reading them. It helps paint this tapestry of Poland. Because Polish people, you guys are the artists. My channel is just a canvas for that art. But I also think the reason why people are willing to share so much is because they can tell if you're sincerely trying.
Number 5.
Polish people respect effort more than perfection. I have mispronounced Polish words more than I can count. Going to the store and my brain's like, you want bread? And I'm like, halab, 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 halab. And they look at me and I think they understand what I'm saying, but they also think,
are you stupid or something?
but it's funny, I can actually hear the word perfectly in my head, but my mouth is stupid and my brain, my mouth is like, but if you're a foreigner here in Poland, know this. Polish people don't expect perfection. They know we're gonna make mistakes. They may get annoyed with it.
Have you ever had a dream that
But they also notice when you get something wrong and you own it, they will see the effort and the entire conversation changes because they will help you when you mispronounce something incorrectly. They may laugh a little bit, but they're not laughing at you. In fact, many times they laugh with you. Sometimes I feel like when I go out in Poland and I interact with Polish people, it's like a sitcom. I have a show pitch we can do for Netflix if anyone's interested. But the truth is, many of you made learning about Poland less intimidating, especially the language. And you made it easier for a foreigner like myself to really become more accustomed to your culture. Because making mistakes is just part of the process. And through that process, you gain friends. You'll gain an understanding more about who Poland is. And funny enough, through my own mistakes, and for me admitting to those mistakes, I feel as if I gain more respect from many of you.
Number 6.
Polish people's work ethic. I was told that Poland has one of the strongest work ethics in Europe. Some of the most hardworking people that I know are Polish. If there's a task that needs to be done, people complain, people will do it. It needs to get done. We have to do it. And I think that's why Poland has become recognized globally. Yes, your economy is strong. Last year, first time it hit 1 trillion USD. Amazing. Part of the G20. And that's something I believe the world needs to recognize Poland. That's something I believe content creators need to really start saying is how hardworking Polish people are. Which leads me into how people get things done.
Number 7.
Polish people's attitude, by any means necessary. So if you're married to a Polish woman or a man, or if you have really close Polish friends, one thing that really stood out to me was, you're gonna get things done. When you say you're gonna do something, you're gonna do it.
I'm sure you will let me know in the comments.
Let me give you a story. In World War II, there was a bear that joined the Polish military. His name was Voytech. And here's the thing, the Brits would not allow the Polish people to ship their bear because Voytech wasn't officially a soldier.
He was the unofficial mascot.
And so what these Polish men did was they actually made Voytech a legit soldier.
Genius. Pure genius.
This bear actually fought in World War II. And if you don't know that history, I highly recommend that you look it up. It's a really great story. But there's my point. Polish people are gonna find a way to get things done. If they have a goal in mind, many times they're gonna reach that goal. It's not about woe is me and hey, I need help and you need to help me. It's I need to get this done and I'm gonna get this done.
Success.
My wife is a great example of this. When something needs to get done, she gets it done. And so if I was at work, we get furniture that needs to be built. She doesn't wait for me. She's like, I will do it. That's awesome. So when people say in the comments, you're a lucky man. Yeah, I know that. 100% I know that.
I wish I had that.
But you see, it's not just her. I see this throughout just Polish people in general. If you know who MacGyver is, I think that's like an example of Polish people, like the MacGyvers of the world. They're gonna find a way, they're gonna figure it out how to achieve these objectives or how to make furniture.
Objective parameters obtained.
And so this is one of the reasons why I love Polish people. The cleverness, the brilliance,
the genius behind some of the things.
I mean, in my last video, there was a guy carrying a refrigerator on one of those scooters.
Number 8.
Understanding one another through our scars. This goes deep. But I also love to share my own personal experience. I've been in a cult. I've been raised in a very messed up situations. I've been homeless. I dealt with tragedy in my life. And for me to be able to talk with people where I can have these type of conversations with, it opens up this huge dynamic. In many ways, I think and feel more as a Polish person.
Disclaimer.
I'm not saying that I'm Polish, nor do I understand everything that Polish people have gone through. Yes, I look different, but my struggles were real. Just like for many Polish people, the struggles that many of you have dealt with was real. I had a friend who was a brother to me, who was a full-blown alcoholic, who unfortunately took himself out of this world. I experienced that. I experienced his whole downfall. I experienced him collapsing, falling into these pieces that I could not build. I could not help him put together. And when I hear the stories of the struggles of what Poland is like, I identify with that. This isn't me tearing down Poland. This is about understanding. Through these trials and tribulations we've all experienced, it brought depth. It brought a understanding, this universal understanding that at the end, we're all humans. We all suffer. We all find laughter. We all have moments of joviality. And we all have moments where we're depressed and feeling lost.
You got a friend in me.
So I love talking about these things with Polish people because there is this understanding. It is these moments that I am so thankful to have experiences like this as a human being, and talking to many Polish people about this, what hardship was like in Poland. I've gained such a deep-rooted understanding about Poland.
Number 9.
They want to start including you into their lives. Nobody sits you down and officially announce, congratulations, Poland has accepted you. But when you start to see when Poland starts noticing you, especially if you're a content creator, is when people start inviting you into their own lives. I've had people invite me to their home to speak English to them because I appear normal. I don't know how to respond to that. I don't know, because there's a part of me in my brain that's like, but what if I'm in a newspaper missing? Maybe that's my distorted brain, because that's what I'll be thinking in America. But you know, if you want to invite me, I will go in a public place. Maybe not necessarily to your home, especially if your home has a basement, because I've seen some of these basements in Poland and damn.
Not today. Not today.
Not today. You're not, no. Not today. Not in those dungeons. Hell no. But also I get comments where, hey, come out, let's grab a coffee. Or if you're ever in the city, let's grab a beer. Yes, I'm down. I don't drink a lot. I think I kind of hinted that with what I said before, why I don't drink. But you know, a beer or two, I will absolutely do that because I do like beer. But for me, these gestures tell me that
you love me. You really love me.
But I do notice that Poland is accepting me more. I know I'm not a huge channel yet, but I just want to say thank you for the invitations, but also thank you for helping me learn more about this country. So shout outs to all of you legends out there.
Chapter 10.
Polish people's curiosity can create real human connections. So about a couple of weeks ago, I went to a small town called Krzeszowice. As I was walking with my wife, there was this man on the bike blasting music. And he stopped his bike and he asked if I was Japanese. And my wife was like, no, he's Korean. And fun fact, his daughter's actually learning Korean. And he was just saying, like, what brings you into town? We don't really see, you know, people like you.
They do exist.
Not because I'm Asian. Maybe because I'm Asian.
What Asians?
I don't know what, Chinese or Korean.
But after this encounter, I feel like he was extremely happy that he was able to meet someone like me. But I like to think that I made his day, his week, most likely his year. But I got this several times because people were interested in what I was doing there. Not because they were upset or angry or, you're a foreigner, you need to leave. No, they were asking because they were just curious. And through that curiosity, we're able to share each other's culture, our stories, and how much I really like this town.
I like it here.
And if you do visit Krakow, I highly recommend going to visit here. It's like 15 minutes away. And there's a local ice cream shop there called Pozo. I highly recommend it. It is so freaking good. And shout outs to the ladies there who are working. Your ice cream is top tier. And my apologies, I accidentally deleted the footage. So you guys are gonna have to trust me, bro. And even here in Krakow, when I have conversations with local Polish people, the first question I get is, why did you come to Poland? I always get that question, always. But also the curiosity about obviously America, but also about Korea.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
So it's also very interesting when I'm able to see some dynamics of Polish culture that's very similar to Korean culture. But most of the time I get questions about America. You ask me questions about Donald Trump, you ask me questions about the whole wokeness, you ask me questions about MAGA, and you just ask me questions about America in general. And it's also interesting to watch how some Polish people kind of walk around certain questions because maybe they're afraid to offend me. Ask away, I don't really get offended. I've been called much worse in the States. So when someone writes in the comments, you're a slant eye, Ooh, shiver me timbers.
They're ignorant. That's ignorant.
And so if we ever have a conversation face to face, you can ask me any question. I'm pretty much an open book. And to answer that one person's question, most likely you're not watching. But yes, we eat rice. It's delicious. It's really good. Rice is really good. You guys agree, right? Rice is good. I like potatoes, but I also like rice. And so these are the 10 things I love about Polish people. I didn't want to make a list about stereotypes. I didn't want to make a list about things that other people have mentioned. I wanted to make a list of my own experience with all of you. So thank you everyone for your comments. Thank you for correcting me, even my English.
You knew my father?
Correction, I know your father.
So if you do like this type of content and I bring value, I do ask if you can please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and also hit that hype button, because as I always say, I'm really trying to build a community and grow with all of you. Thank you everyone for watching, and if you stayed till the end, you are true legends. And so with that said, and without further ado, let's get into it.